Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Arkham Horror, The Shadow over Innsmouth, episode 2. Dun, dun, dun. Right, couple of cock-ups. The main one being with Sonny Roland, but we'll do that when we get to his upkeep phase. Suffice to say, when he picked up his warning mirror, he forgot to do his luck check. So we'll do it when we actually get to him during upkeep. I think that was the only major mess up. Other than that, we've had a few discussions regarding tactics and what have you. Again, I'll probably go through those during the upkeep phase. But one to mention is basically the Hound of Tindalos. Who did it pick? One of the mistakes I made was when I was counting. Can't count to 3, man. I said that obviously that Amanda was 4 away. What I'd done is I counted the train station, so I went 1 at the train station, then 2, 3, 4. And of course with the others I didn't count the train station. I went straight to Northside and counted that as 1. So that is where I got 4 from. So apologies for that. Log spotted my inability to count. So it could have gone to virtually everybody. Everybody was at the same number of moves away. I think it would have still gone to Roland and Lily, just because it's got an opportunity there. There are 2 investigators, so it's got 2 chances. So in the Arkham horror like fashion, let's do the thing that's worst for us, which is it going up to those 2. There was a slight discussion about whether it could actually move aquatically, pretty much like Silas does. I did mention it last time, but the reason I didn't do it was because it's not an aquatic monster. Now, it doesn't have to be aquatic, but I think we're getting into the realms of like where we decide what monsters can swim or not. And the other one is, for example, say a gate opened at the Unvisited Isle where Silas is, and Silas was at the river docks and everybody else was at the Unnameable, and we weren't using the Innsmouth expansion. What would happen then? If it was a Hound of Tindalos, would we say that the Unvisited Isle and the river docks are just 1 away from each other, that they're adjacent? I don't think we would. We'd expect it to go through the merchant district and then to the river docks. So that's why I'm not using that. But there is a case to be made for perhaps it could move aquatically. But what I've said is it's going to move along the roads, come through the train station, and it's picked Roland and Lily because that is the best chance for it to actually manage to send somebody to the hospital or the nut house. So that's why it's ended up there. Right, so let's get on to the upkeep phase where Silas Marsh is our first player. And here we are with Silas. Had a bit of a think about Silas, and I think he's going to help Amanda out. So what he's going to do is he's going to go to the curiosity shop as well. We might have a bit of trading going on, something like that. But basically what he's going to try and do is he's going to give some money to her so she's going to be able to continue shopping to actually achieve her personal story. While he's doing that, well, after he's doing that, he may well head up to the Bank of Arkham to get a bank loan. The reason is he is going to go up to Innsmouth. Just a quick thing about that. Anybody who's been reading the comments, Log has been absolutely on the ball about what you should do with Silas. If you want to win the game and play optimally, do not send Silas up to Innsmouth. Because he is likely going to die. So follow all his advice is what I tell you. I'm not, because I just love it thematically, man. I just want him to go up there. And being an old role player, I mean, look at him. He's not going to play the percentages. He's got like, I mean, he looks like Popeye. He's got a cavalry sabre. He's going to take it head on, man. So we are going to go up there. And it'll be a little bit more exciting. Okay, it's not optimal play. It might lose me the game, but what the hell. He's going to go up there, so I'm just playing it like a role-playing game, really. If I was really playing to win, I would play it Lorg's way, because that's the correct way to try and win. Try and keep him safe, have him doing other stuff, and you know, monster killing in Arkham, stuff like that. Keep him close to where he can get to Arkham Asylum to keep refreshing his sanity, that sort of stuff. Have him buying stuff even. You know, he starts with $8. Have him buying stuff. Perhaps he can get, you know, it's not the enchanted jewellery, is it? It's something else where you can put your sanity on it. You know, just try and keep him alive that way. But what I'm going to do is I'm taking the bait. This able seaman ability, you know, with him getting +2 in aquatic locations on all his skill checks, that is basically the game designer saying, come on, take him up to Innsmouth, come on. And that's what we're going to do, sod it. But before I do that, I am going to mitigate that somewhat by making sure that he helps Amanda out by going to the Curiosity Shop. He'll then get a bank loan, and he'll probably hand a lot of that over to somebody else. Somebody else can go up to Innsmouth and take it off him. Hopefully he can stay alive long enough to get a few clues. Ideally, what I'm going to have him do is go up there, hoover up some of the clues, perhaps close a gate, because it is the Marsh Refinery, come on. So have him close a gate and then get him back to Arkham. So just like a little adventure, he gets up there, he learns the horrible truth about his heritage, and then comes back to Arkham. So let's see if he can do it. But as I say, if you're going to play to win, follow Lorg's advice. It is excellent advice. But I'm just awkward, and I just love playing the story, man. So that's what we're going to do. So all he has to do is get to, where does he have to get to? He has to get to the Curiosity Shop, so that's 3 movement. So we'll move that up there, we'll move him up to 3, and he shall pop along there. After that, he'll try and get to the Bank of Arkham, get some more money, and then he will head off up into Innsmouth, I think. But we'll have a few turns with him in Arkham before that happens, so we won't actually be killing him off quite as early as perhaps I was going to. Let's get some money and make sure that everybody else has got a few dollars with which to buy stuff. Righto, so that is Silas. He's going to the Curiosity Shop. Next up is Roland Banks. And here we are with Roland. This is another character who's going to end up in Innsmouth, because as Lorg again pointed out, he's now past his personal story, so he will keep generating clue tokens as long as he has under 4. Now that is brilliant for doing the Deep Ones track, you know, filling the clues in. So if he's in Innsmouth and he's putting clues onto that clue track, we can keep the Deep Ones from rising. So it's very, not only is it very thematic because he's an FBI agent, it just makes sense. So let's get him up there as well. But until then, we've got something else to sort out before then, well before then, and that's this Hound of Tindlos, which is a pain. Now, what Roland is going to do is, I wish Lily went before him. Unfortunately, she doesn't. So Roland is going to go and try and sneak past. So he gets +1 from the Mythos. He's got 3 focus. So what he's going to do is go 1, 2. So he will have 4 sneak to evade, and he has got a few clues. Yeah. Be unfortunate if he goes under 5 clues because we want him to shut a gate, but we want to get him the hell out. So that'll give him 2 speed if he manages to evade. He'll end up in a street location, but we'll just have to deal with that. That's just the way it is. He will actually go up to the Bank of Arkham as well, and that's because of his expense account. Yeah, he gains $1 if he has under $2, so he can never default on his bank loan. I think we did this in Cool Air, so we're going to do that again. And talking about that, there's his dollar for his expense account. And the other thing, which I mentioned right at the beginning, is this bloody warning mirror. As I say, I get a bit carried away with the whole story and theme and completely forgot to do the luck check that I should have done. I was just saying you couldn't hide anything from the feds and all that rubbish. Well, of course you can. So he would have had to have found it. So let's roll for it. He was on 3 luck. Yep, because I forgot to move the law up, if you remember. If I'd thought about it, we'd be in the right pickle now. But fortunately, because I forgot to move his law up, he actually had 3 luck. So -1. So he's got 2 dice to make this. So 2 dice, and if he makes it, he gets to keep his mirror. A 5. Of course he made it. Was there any other doubt? I'm going to keep that. That keeps rolling 5s. That's about the 8th 5 I've rolled, I think. So keep that dice to the side. It's hot. Okay. Righto. So he did get his warning mirror. So that's all sorted out. He sneaks up to 3. It'll be 4 because of... what is it? In fact, no, we'll move it right along because it's -1 on the Hound of Tinderloss. So he will get 4 dice. He'll only be able to get as far as the Merchant District streets, but he cannot be followed by the Hound of Tinderloss because they do not follow investigators on streets. They go to locations. So that's what he's going to try and do to try and get away with it. It's a pain, but that's just the way it is. Righto. Who's next? Lily Chen. And here we are with Lily. And are we all ready for a bit of Catweazle zaniness? Cover your ears. There'll be some people who just go, no, what's he doing? But I've got a plan. Yes, I've got one of my plans, which is zany. Lily is upstairs. She's upstairs with Eric, Sir William Brinton and Roland. And there's this horrible hound downstairs. Well, Lily Chen she's been born to deal with things like this. All her life has been leading up to moments like this. So she takes this 45 automatic and she puts it in its holster. And while these gentlemen look on horrified, she's going to march down those stairs empty-handed. Why on earth is she going to do that? Because she's a beast. That's why. Puts away a 45 automatic. That means she's got 2 empty hands. Martial arts, that's +4 to a combat check. Now, the Hound of Tinderloss is physically immune. But, I've checked, her martial arts ability does not count as a physical weapon. Things like revolvers, knives, cavalry sabres, those are physical weapons. Martial arts ability isn't. The martial arts ability is an extension of your fight. Now, fight as an ability, as a skill, has got nothing to do with guns, spells, magic weapons. What it is, it's your ability to take on monsters. So it's not the actual physical damage or anything like that. It's your ability to use situations to help defeat monsters. That's why, even if you can't use any weapons at all, you will always have your base fight skill. It's not about you punching or kicking anything. What it is, it's about using things to your advantage, and that could be anything. You could pull down a curtain on top of a formless spawn. You could draw it off a cliff or something like that. It's just those sort of things. It's using your intelligence and your sort of like innate strategic and tactical skills to defeat something. They just call it fight because it's just easier, isn't it? So, so martial arts is an extension of that. It's not a physical weapon. So, if you think about it as well, martial arts, she was there doing the old like ooh, and and she'll know like all the tactics. She'll be well aware of her surroundings and all that. She's probably like mouthing some Tibetan spells and you know, some Tibetan words and all sorts of stuff. But basically, years and years of teaching at that monastery have made her a sort of like strategic, tactical fighting genius. So what she's going to do is she's actually going to move a fight down, because we want to make her will higher. Because the only problem we've got, and let's get the Hound of Tindalos. Here we go. Physically immune, but that's not a problem. It's that bloody sanity check. She's only on 3 sanity because she lost 2 listening to Eric Colt and his bloody ghost story. Now, she needs to pass that. It's -2, so she'll get 2 dice, but she has got 3 clues, and we will use them if we have to for re-rolls. She passes, then she's got a combat check. She's not using a physical weapon. She's going to get 6 dice. -1 is 5. Yeah, so she is going to get 5 dice. Now you're thinking 5 dice for 2 toughness, cutting it a bit fine, even if you've got clue tokens left? Well, maybe not. Because her and Roland Banks are hunters. She can exhaust this during a combat check to reduce the toughness of a monster to a minimum of 1. Toughness 2, it's going down to 1. She'll have 5 dice to get 1 success. And even at the end of the day, even if we don't do it, yeah, even if she gets knocked out, the worst is she either ends up in the hospital or she ends up in Arkham Asylum. Yeah, she'll get a madness condition or an injury condition. Let's go for it. I just love the idea that she's upstairs and these 3 blokes like with the chins on the floor are going to watch her walk down those stairs. Well, Eric Colt will watch her walk down the stairs, because hopefully by then Roland Banks has already climbed out of the window. But she's going to go downstairs and deal with it. So let's go for it. I love this game. Righto, so that's Lily Chen. Logan, everybody's probably thinking, he's just trying to kill everyone. What's wrong with the man? Right, that's Lily Chen. And next up is Amanda Sharp. Right, back to a bit of normality now with Amanda Sharp. What Amanda's going to do is she's going to go to the curiosity shop where she'll meet up with Silas. So she only needs 3 movement. You're all right, Log. I've counted it correctly this time. She only needs 3 movement to get to the curiosity shop, where she's hopefully going to, well, she'll draw a unique item. We'll get a clue token on her personal story. Then Silas can turn up. Hopefully she'll have a few extra quid, a few extra dollars that he's given her as well, before he zooms off to the Bank of Arkham. So that is what she is going to do. So it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so that is a rather long upkeep phase where I've been yabbering on, but let's get into the movement phase. And here we are, where it's all going on, the Merchant District. Okay, first up, it is Silas Marsh. So he's got 3 movement, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3 into the curiosity shop. And that is it for Sonny Silas. So after him, it is Roland Banks. So big turn for Rolly. What he's got to do is he's got to rolly some dice so he can get away from the Hound of Tindalos. So it's a -1. We do have Blackest Night in play, so we get +1 on the sneak. So that gives him a sneak of 5. -1, he gets 4 dice. Come on, rolling. Yes, 2 successes. Coolness. Right, so he's give it the slip. Oh, there he goes into the Merchant District. So he should be pretty much safe from the Hound of Tindalos. Hound of Tindalos, even if it like does for Lily and moves again, it moves into locations, not into street locations, so we're alright. Okie dokie. Right, now it's Lily. Whoop. I think we can still see that. Let's move. Let's get him centre stage, baby. There we go. Okay, right. So she is taking it on. She's gone downstairs. She's like doing a few karate moves. Karate Kid. She stood on one leg, doing the stalk, whatever it's called. And the Hound of Tindalos is snarling at her in the corner. But first of all, as it comes into the moonlight, like, she's got to make her horror check. So it's -2. She has a fight. She has a will of 4. I don't think she's got anything else. No, nothing else to help her. Just 2 dice. A 5. Woohoo! She's done it. Coolest. Remember, it's not like Eldritch. So if you just pass, you pass. You don't have to do any... it's not like she has to take 3 sanity because she only passed once. So, fantastic. So now, let's swap that round so we can see the actual thingy part, if it doesn't fall over. So now she's got -1. But remember, she is exhausting hunters. So that puts it down to 1 toughness. And she is going to use... So it'd be 6 dice. But it's -1, so she gets 5 dice. Means 1 success. A 6. Yes! Yes! I rock! Woo! Brilliant! And she gets a trophy. Ah, Mr. Hound of Tindalos, thought you were tough. Well, no you're not. You got sent back to the horrible dimension that you came from, and poor old Lily's got some slime, I don't know, some slime on her hands or whatever that she's taking as a trophy. Cool. I love it when a plan comes together. We get a monster stand back, that is cool, and she gets a trophy. A 2 toughness trophy as well. Brilliant. Well done. The only bad thing is she's got to stay in the unnameable, which is horrible. But she has done it. Wow, I'm really chuffed for her. Well done, Lily. You're a star. Right, let's take that away. Okay, what's next? It is Amanda Sharp. Let's zoom in. And here's Amanda. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3. She is in here with Silas. Tradeness. We are going to trade. What I've decided is he's got pretty good fight anyway, Silas. We've already talked about fight. Can go up to 6. So his luck is appalling anyway. So why don't we give him Wither, and he can go up to 4 law, and he can use Wither. Yeah? So he's going to have a spell instead. And all this goodiness that he's got, you know, like the revolver and the cavalry sabre and what have you, I think he'll give her the revolver and the cavalry sabre, and he'll keep the axe just in case. So he'll keep that in his other hand. But she's going to get the revolver and the cavalry sabre. She may even hand those off to Roland or something, but let her keep those. And she's going to get the warding statue as well, I think. Or shall we keep... No, we'll keep that for Silas. That'll be a nice little... hopefully it might stop him getting killed at some point. So he'll keep that for the time being. Anything else? Yes, he's going to give her $6. So he's going to keep 2. He's going to keep $2. And he is going to take... He's going to give her 6. So she now has $19, which is fabulous. Righty-ho. Or Hang on. Or no, he's going to keep 5 because he's going to have a look at the curiosity shop as well, and I want him to have $5 just in case there's an elder sign in there when he has a look. So he's got $5 and she has got, what is it, 1 2 3 4 5, she's got 16 now. So he has kept $5 just in case he comes across an elder sign. That seems like sensible play. Right, so that's it for Amanda Sharp. She's done all her trading with Silas, and we are now ready to go into the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are at the encounter phase. Righty-ho. So he's kept $5 just in case we manage to get an elder sign. So he's going to go first. He's going to pick 3 unique items. Come on Silas. So first one, holy water, rubbish. Second one, cult the ghoul, rubbish. And the last one, the enchanted blade, and you can't afford it because it's $6. Damn it! Cult the ghoul. Exhaust and spend 2 movement points to make a law -2 check. If you pass, draw 1 spell and gain 1 clue token, but lose 2 sanity. Well, you can't lose 2 sanity. +6 to combat checks on the holy water. Could take that, couldn't he? I mean, we're back into the situation of, yeah, they're in the same shop. I'm sure we've done this before. Was it Kingsport? They're in the same shop. Amanda's going to give him $1. And he's going to spend $6 to actually buy that. Yeah, we've gone through this before. It's just zaning us. They're in the same shop. They're gonna pool together. So he has bought the enchanted blade. So he's going to keep that, I think. I think he'll keep that. And the start of the next movement phase, he'll probably put Wither back with Amanda, to be honest. But as it stands, he's going to have the enchanted blade and the axe. Yep. Cool. Right, so these 2 get discarded. Right, so he has gone. Next up, we have Roland Banks, except we don't. Hang on. Here we are with Roland, but just to say, he's in the Merchant District street, so he doesn't have an encounter. So next is Lily. She's in the Unnameable. So let's see what she gets. Let's do a cut. The Unnameable. You bump into Eric Colt? We've already got Eric Colt. He's upstairs. See, this is what happens when you've got to put these back in. So it's just the way the game goes. So he's not available because he's already with us. So what she's doing is, yeah, this works. There's nothing in the Unnameable. She stood next to Eric Colt. Eric Colt is absolutely amazed at what he's just seen her do. So they're having a chat, and he's just spilled his guts, man, about everything he knows. He's just amazed at, like, Lily Chen. So she gains 3 clue tokens. Woo! Brilliant. Right, but it is a bit odd that you get those back. But that is the game. You have got to shuffle them back in. So we just got it out again. So that's just the way. But 3 clue tokens. She's got 6. Let's start sealing some gates. Cool. And after she did that to the Hound of Tindalos, she can do it to the deep one in the Black Cave. Surely to God, he's no match. So yeah, she'll probably go to the Black Cave, I would imagine. Don't see why not. Right, so that's her. So let's get back up to the Curiosity Shop and Amanda Sharp. First thing we've got to do, we're with Amanda, first thing we've got to do, nearly forgot the collector's card. Yep. So, who was it? Silas got a unique item. And it's from any game effect, so that includes buying unique items. So we pick one off the top, and she has an option whether to buy it or not, I think. The other may draw a random card of the same type and purchase it for the list price. Right. So let's see what's on the top. Come on, something good. Nameless Cults. Tome. Exhaust and spend 1 movement point to make a law -1 check. If you pass, draw 1 spell, lose 1 sanity and discard Nameless Cults. It's alright. We'll buy that because it's only $3. So, that is 1 clue token on a personal story out of 3. And cost her $3, so she's now down to $12. Remember, she lent $1 to Silas. And, right, so we've done the collector's bit. Now, she's going to draw her 3 as part of her encounter phase. So first, she's got an Elder Sign. Right, well, we may as well draw the other 2, even though whatever they are, we're not going to have them. A Holy Water and... oh, damn it! A bloody healing stone. Oh, this... I know, I've got to take the Elder Sign, but... oh... that serves me right for getting... I was getting all whizzy then. And quite rightly, I've got an Elder Sign, don't get me wrong, but... that'd have been so useful. Imagine, like, Silas with a healing stone. Exhaust to gain 1 stamina or 1 sanity. That just solves a lot of his problems. Damn it. But I can't. The name of the game's Sealing Gates. I can't pass up the Elder Sign. So, Healing Stone gets discarded, I'm afraid. Elder Sign, brilliant. But that Healing Stone would have been really useful as well. But let's take the Elder Sign. We've got 2. So she's got 2 Elder Signs now. So, cool. Right, oh. $5. So she's down to $7. And she gets another clue token on her Elder Dreams. So she only needs 1 more. She only needs to stay here next turn, buy something else, and she has succeeded. Oh, if you hadn't used that Collector's, that Healing Stone would have come up next turn, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah, Collector's, sorry. We've got... oh, in fact, Silas has got no money left, but Amanda's got 7. So, she'll lend it him. What is it? An Astral Mirror. No, he doesn't want that. What is it? Discard Astral Mirror to discard an Environment Mythos card from play, then lose 1 sanity. Nah. So he's had a look, but he don't want it. Right. We'd have took it if it had been something funky, like another Elder Sign, but unfortunately not. Okie dokie. Right. Just to go through, we have had this sort of thing before where we've had a couple of investigators at the Curiosity Shop. It's a house rule of mine that while they're having the actual encounter, they can swap money. It just doesn't make sense that they can swap money in the movement phase and then suddenly, while they're stood in the same shop, talking to the shopkeeper, that they suddenly decide that they're not going to swap money. It just doesn't make sense whatsoever. So that's a house rule of mine. Yeah. If you go and have a look at Kingsport, there's a big thing about it. So I allow trading if there's no monsters, is the upshot of it eventually. There's no monsters in a location during the encounter phase, you can trade whatever, you can trade stuff like money in the Curiosity Shop. It just makes sense. If it was, you know, if you were somewhere else and there was a monster there, then you can't trade, because it's not fair being able to, you know, chuck like Tommy guns about or something. So, but in this particular like situation, it's just 2 people who've already been handing money over between each other in a shop. no monsters, of course, he'll say, oh, remember that $6 I gave you? You couldn't give us one back, could you? I want to buy this nice knife. Of course it's going to happen. So that is why I allow it. But it is a house rule. So just to make that clear. Right. That is it for the Arkham encounter phase. There is no one in other worlds. So it's the laugh and chuckle phase. And here we are at the Mythos phase. So let's bring this down. Put it there in front of everyone. And let's see what we get. Ooh, a headline. So we have a gate opening at Independence Square. Righto. So, gate. Where does the clue go? Whoop. Clue goes to the unnameable, where Lily Chen is. Lily Chen has got 7 clues. What a turn! And, right, so, third Doom token, gate, and put another mini Cthulhu on top of the gate stack. Monster. A deep one hybrid. These are the ones I was talking about, like when you're in Innsmouth. These are Innsmouth residents that are on their way to becoming deep ones. So we've already got a deep one out, haven't we? So that, he is turning into one of them. As you can see, he's getting there. So he's like, all his human features are going now, and he's turning into a deep one. So these are the ones that sort of get on Joe Sargent's bus. So we've got one of those up in Independence Square. Again, an aquatic monster. It's got an orange border. And we have 2 monsters in Arkham. Excellent. Great to see the theme is coming through in the monsters that we've been pulling. Right, monster movement. Hexagons, slashes, triangles and stars. So he's a plus and this one's a plus. So no movement, no monster movement. Strange tremors cease, headline. All Chthonians and Doles in Arkham are returned to the cup. Oh, we haven't got any. If at least one monster returns to the cup, raise the terror level by 1. Nope. So we can get rid of that. Brilliant. What a turn. What a turn. It had been a good turn through, you know, just getting that Elder sign. That was fab. So we've got 2 Elder signs now, and we need to start shutting gates sharpish. But the main thing I'm really chuffed about is my little Lily Chen thing working out so well. That just worked brilliantly. I had a bit of a read into that martial arts ability this afternoon when I should have been working, and and I noticed that, and I just thought, well, if she can survive the horror check, she's got a really good chance of doing it in, and she did. So I'm really, really chuffed with myself. Top banana. Right, so cool. We've got an Elder sign, we've done some trading, and we've really cracked on. The only problem is we've got 3 gates open, but it's early in the game. I think we have enough time for Silas to go to the Bank of Arkham. We've got enough time for Amanda to stay in the Curiosity Shop, I think. Roland and Lily, well, we need... Roland and Lily have got enough clues to actually shut stuff. So let's get them into the Black Cave and Independence Square. Lily should be able to deal with the deep one. I don't think she'll have any problem with that. She's like flaming Kung Fu lady. So, oh, look at this. It's pathetic. Deep one hybrid. I mean, for a man of like Roland's ability, yeah, looks like Roland is going in Independence Square. Let's shut these 2 gates. They've got enough clues. Come out, get them sealed, and let's just crack on, baby. We've done really well the first 3 turns, and even if I say so myself, the Lily Chen tactical masterstroke, I'm just chuffed to bits. In fact, if every round from now on we get our asses kicked and die horribly, all I'm going to remember is turn 2 and how amazing it was. Right, so that is it for episode 2 of Arkham Horror, The Shadow over Innsmouth. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks everybody for subscribing. I hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as I have. You don't get many episodes like this. So, these make up for all the episodes like the very first turn of Kingsport. It's been brilliant. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. So, this is the good thing about Arkham. You know, when you spend time, you think something out, you get a plan, and when it works, don't work very often, but when it does, then it's just that you just feel amazing, and I'm really chuffed. So super. Right, yes. So thank you all for watching. Thanks to everybody who's been across the board game links as well. It's gone up to about 57 now. So it's been zooming up. Thank you very much. So that's great. I think we're about 45th now or something. So really thank you. And I do hope that you are able to join me next time. Oh, another thing to mention is having a bit of a live chat on Rob Oren's channel with the Vitruvian Gamer, Kurt. I think we're chatting about Arkham Horror, funnily enough. I think Rob's doing a few live chats about various games, just to go through them and what people like about them and stuff. And somebody thinks I'm an expert on it. I'm not. It's only about my 10th game. So, but probably because I yabber on YouTube about it. He's very kindly asked me to join him. So I think that'll be Wednesday about 9 PM UK time. I'm not sure if it's this Wednesday or the Wednesday after. He only asked me today. But very honoured to be asked. So if you're watching this, Rob, thank you very much. I shall be delighted to pop along and talk twaddle about Arkham Horror like I do virtually every time I play it. So that's something to look out for if you want to come along, ask any questions, jeer, whatever. It'd be great to see you. Right. Yes, that's it. I think that's all my news. So I hope to see you next time for episode 3 of Arkham Horror, The Shadow over Innsmouth. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.